All right, what's up, YouTube? So, in this video, we got a freaking go-kart.
That's right.
So, in the next few days, since not everything is here, we are going to be finishing this thing. We didn't build anything. We built none of this, okay? But Jacob got a new engine for it because the old one was completely shot. So, we got a pretty sweet Predator 212 with like 500 horsepower. So it's gonna absolutely,
wheelies?
yeah, it's gonna absolutely
1,200
get
foot-pounds
it.
of torque.
It's gonna absolutely get it. And this is gonna be our new toe pig for when we go to truck shows. See, let me hang on. I'll flip you around here. So as you can see, it has a freaking hitch receiver, okay, and a hitch somewhere. I don't know where it went.
This is our gooseneck.
That's our gooseneck hitch, okay?
There, it slides in.
Absolutely baller, which, oh my God, we gotta get it powder coated. It doesn't match. And here's the trailer that also doesn't match. And it's currently got a what do you call it? It's got a solar powered radio and a spot to hold a cooler or a cord in this case. But we're gonna modify it to where we can get another chair on there. So that way two of us can ride around whenever we're at truck shows.
It's a hybrid.
Yeah. So this, yeah, pretty sweet. So we'll kind of show you as we kind of get some more stuff put together. But right now we're waiting on the brakes. Those brakes aren't here. I think that's like the only thing. But
Yeah,
we also
I think
can't.
so.
We also can't put the. All right, got cut off. It didn't all record. That sucks. Anyways, where I left off was the steering. We can't finish putting the steering together because our welder is out of gas. So we can't weld the thing together. We got to weld like the I don't know what you'd call it. Okay, it doesn't matter. Like the steering shaft. Okay, we got to like weld this piece back together. It goes like in here and like through there. So
we gotta paint it and then we gotta weld it.
yeah, we got to paint it and then weld it and then paint the little part that we welded. So, but as you can see, living the Chevy lifestyle, made it worse. Broken tie rods, okay, pretty sweet. Right now, you can go forward and make a left turn at the same time. So, we'll do the first upgrade here soon. We're gonna upgrade the wheelie bar. So, we'll kind of show you as we go along.
We've done a lot of upgrades. So.
It's done a lot of upgrades. This used to be Bush beer themed,
So
and it was blue.
And now it's all red with a new engine. It's gonna have new brakes, new wheelie bar, new exhaust, new everything. Besides, it's still like the same frame and seat. So
That's about it. Same tires. We got to put air in the tires.
Yeah.
They're pretty flat.
As you can tell, we've got absolutely nothing but the best quality oil ever. Get some STP 10W30 for this absolute monster of an engine. This will help us to meet absolute perfect efficiency to get all 500 horsepower and 1,200 foot-pound of torque out of this bad mamma jamma. And what you do is you spill it out like I just did. That helps lubricate the outside of the engine.
yeah, prevents the powder coat from rusting.
And it's all a guessing game too, and how much goes in it, because you can't see what you're doing, and you didn't. And if you're like us, you didn't read the instructions. I don't know how much goes in there. So you just keep putting it in until it spills out a little bit. Probably that's probably what's going to happen. We still need more. Still need more.
It's spilling out, but it needs more.
It's not spilling out the way that I was talking about it spilling out. You know what I mean? Dang, how much oil does this thing take, dude?
All right. Well, we're gonna put about 3 more liters in here.
Yeah, at least 3 more liters.
We'll get back with you guys.
All
All right. Well, now she's a spitter, so I think she's ready to put the cap back on.
Yeah, we're gonna have to maybe get a little bit of that out of there.
It's all right. Just there you go. Perfect. Yep. Mm-hmm. Perfect.
Oh man, we got some major cleanup. Oh yeah, it's gushing. It's gushing out of there.
That's good.
So you need to use 3 gallons of this stuff.
Yeah.
That's what at least 3 gallons, and then you'll be good.
Yeah. Make sure you have some on the floor though, because you want to make sure everything's
Good
lubricated.
burnouts.
Yeah.
Good burnouts.
Okay, so now we got to change the wheelie bar wheels because these ones are all yellow and gross looking. I got some fancy white walls to throw on it. So
White balls out.
it's kind of a pain in the butt actually to kind of get it all lined up and making it look right, but it'll be all right.
And if you're as good as us.
If you're as good as us, it'll end up just as messed up as ours. So let's see how it goes.
You almost done?
Just started, dude.
Really slow, dude. You've already got like 45 seconds into this install, And it only calls for a 2-minute installation.
It doesn't call for shit.
Whatever. Yeah, it's looking good though. It's looking good.
Okay, so we got the wheelie bar changed. Look at our white walls. They don't spin as good as the other ones, but that don't matter because they're only gonna get used when we're doing a wheelie anyway. So I'm not that worried about it.
All right, so to make the throttle work on this thing, because it took me a minute to figure it out because it's way different than the other engine, you got to unscrew this thing, okay? This little thing on top of the carburetor here. Once you unscrew it, oh, Jesus. All right, so anyways, there's a little spring in there, okay? Set this guy off to the side. You pull the spring out, and then hopefully you got small fingers. You use your pinky or something to slide this little contraption out of here, okay? This guy right here. Now it only fits in there one way, so don't worry about how it went in there, because there's like a little guide thing in there. And then you're gonna grab whichever one of these fits. You're gonna grab your throttle cable, which is the one with the smaller thing on it, I guess. Oh my God.
It's a long
It is so long.
That's what she said.
There we go. Okay, so come up here and look at this. Look at this. Look at this. All right. You're gonna take this guy. You're gonna run him down in there, and see he gets kind of hooked inside of there, and then it can't come out. So then, after that, you can go ahead and put. You know what? I'm guessing now. I'm guessing. Okay. I'm pretty sure I got to run this through that spring. That makes the most sense to me. So we'll run this through the spring. Okay? I'm gonna go all the way down there and put them back in. Now, slide this in there, like I said. It only goes in the one way. There's like a thing in there. So once it gets to a certain point, you just kind of spin it, you know? Spin it. See, it fell in there. Now I know it's in. All right, so cut off again. I had to make more space on my phone. Not very good at this yet. So just take your thing. You're gonna put it through your throttle boot, just like that. Oh fuck, I pulled it all the way out. All right, maybe not quite just like that. You're gonna do that step you did earlier. You're just gonna make that go in there, spin it until it drops down in there, all right? You're gonna take this little feller, plop it down there, and then you're gonna take this guy all the way down around this, and you gotta press down on this spring and make sure you got this like boot aimed, you know, the right direction, okay, like over the hole. And then you're gonna just thread it back down in place. Make her nice and snug, that way it's not bouncing around everywhere. And that's all there is to it. Pretty self-explanatory. We can't fully hook everything up though, because unfortunately we don't have
The front end.
the front. We don't have the steering wheel to hook it up to. So we're just doing this for testing purposes, so that way we can see how the throttle works.
Here's our steering wheel. And then we're gonna have to fix something. That doesn't look
Seems
good.
like it's all or nothing. Maybe you gotta adjust it.
But
We don't know how the throttle works. We'll figure it out. That's how you hook it up.
here is our throttle and brake.
Yeah, so this will be hooked up to one of these bad mamma jammas, you know.
So
Anyways,
Yep.
we'll show you more later. We gotta get to work.
okay, so we started it up. It started up one pull and we smoked ourselves out. So we've got the fan going and it's catching all the exhaust now, and the garage door is open. Before, the whole garage was smoked out and it was hard to breathe.
Don't leave the choke on this time. Yeah, go.
All right, here we go. All right, we gotta adjust the throttle. Oh my God.
It was getting it.
We got better brakes coming, dude.
Oh, that smells weird.
Yeah, it's good it's new.
It smells like, it smells like seafood. I don't know why.
All right, so turns out you can put that little throttle thing together wrong. Make sure it drops all the way down, because it was, when we started up, it was going absolutely full throttle, and now we figured it out. We fixed it, and now it runs perfectly fine. However,
It runs fine, but we got problems.
it runs fine, but we got other problems. I'll show you.
Aside from the exhaust burning the powder coat off, like I told him it would, and he didn't believe me. You can see it's like turning black there, and it's like burnt off there, and it's smoking. The other issue we're having is You know, this is the same setup that was on it before, but for whatever reason, you can see like when this expands, there's not enough clearance here, and it's cutting into the chair right there. So we gotta figure out how to make this not do that, because it didn't do it before. So we don't really understand why it's any different than it would have been the first time. So we'll have to figure that out. So I would say we could just move it forward and get it away from the leg, but then we max out our chain. And that's not gonna work, I guess, unless we could get a longer chain, I guess. So I don't know why we didn't think about that. We could just get a longer chain. Well, we can figure out a situation for the carburetor, because the carburetor's hitting this too, but we can figure that out. So we'll be fine. Actually, you know what? We might just lengthen the chain. I don't know if it's as simple as that, but I don't know much about these, but I'd imagine that you can do that, right? Well, you got a bunch of room to go forward. You can see, like, I don't know. We'll figure it out. We'll let you guys know as we get more done.
Anyways, so this is gonna have to be a multi-part video, because so this will be part 1 of the however many parts it ends up being. Okay,
Hopefully only 2.
Hopefully only one more part. Unfortunately, we realized that some of the stuff wasn't gonna happen yet, and so we got to get a few. Well, we got most of the stuff. Now we just got to build a couple things, be able to install it, and get a couple more things powder coated and more things painted. Turned out to be a little bit more than we thought. So you'll see the rest of it in the next video whenever it comes out.
Yeah, and it might be a little bit because I'm having problems with the orange truck right now. Currently, there is a giant puddle underneath it, so I'm gonna have to figure out what's wrong with that, because I'm not pulling it out of the garage until, you know,
It's not -16.
So, yeah. See you guys in the next one.